Once upon a time, in the heart of a big green jungle, where parrots squawked and monkeys swung from trees, there lived a young tiger named Tigo. Now, Tigo was a curious tiger with bright orange fur, black stripes, and big round eyes. But Tigo had one problem. He couldn't roar. Every time he tried, it came out like a little squeaky cough. Roar! Ahem! Squeak! And this made Tigo very sad, because all the other animals in the jungle could make loud noises. The parrots could mimic the screech of the hawk. The monkeys could chatter and scream like the gibbons. Even the frogs could croak like the bullfrogs. But Tigo couldn't roar like the mighty tigers were supposed to. One day, while Tigo was practicing his roar, the parrots burst out laughing. Ha 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 ha! Little tiger can't roar like a geiger, chirped Polly the parrot. All the monkeys gathered around, covering their mouths with their hands, trying to stifle their giggles. Even the frogs near the waterhole croaked with laughter. Ribbit, can't roar, poor dear, can't roar, they croaked. Tigo felt embarrassed. His cheeks burned with shame. Why can't I roar? How can I be a real tiger if I can't roar? He asked sadly. Then Mama Tiger approached him. She was a beautiful tigress with fierce stripes and amber eyes. Oh, sweetheart, don't be upset. You will find your roar when the time is right. Until then, practice makes perfect. Try again, she said, nuzzling him. But deep down, Tigo didn't want to keep trying. He wanted to find his roar quickly. So without saying goodbye to Mama Tiger, he went to explore the deeper parts of the jungle. Along the way, Tigo met an elephant named Ellie. She was watering her plants with her trunk. Hello, said Tigo politely. Excuse me, Ellie replied, not looking up. Could you please get those berries out of your fur? They're tickling my ears, she said. Oh, sorry, Tigo said, and he took the berries out of his fur and placed them carefully at the roots of the elephant grass. What are you doing, little tiger? Ellie asked. I'm taking these berries to my grandma. She loves fresh berries, Tigo replied. Well, that's kind of you, but you can't carry those berries in your fur. You need to learn to carry them properly so they don't fall apart, Ellie said. She demonstrated how to hold the berries in the crook of your elbow. Now try, she instructed. Tigo tried to copy her, but the pouch slipped and fell apart. The berries rolled everywhere. Oh dear, Tigo sighed. Ellie smiled. Don't worry. You just need to breathe deeply, relax your body, and use your other paw to hold the pouch steady. Here, I'll show you again, she said. And she showed him how to breathe deeply by smelling the flower and slowly letting out a big breath. Then she repeated the exercise 3 more times. Okay, now try again, she said. This time, Tigo smelled the flowers and breathed deeply. He carried the berries in the crook of his elbow and walked steadily towards his grandma's house. Thank you, Ellie, Tigo said happily. You are welcome, dear tiger. Remember to breathe deeply before you do anything important. It will help calm your mind and your body, Ellie said with a smile. A little further ahead, Tigo met a parrot named Pico. Hello, called Tigo. Can you help me roar like a tiger? Grrr, he asked. Roar, huh? Said the parrot. Let me see, he said, flapping his wings. Then he started to imitate the screech of a hawk. Squee! That's not a tiger's roar, Tigo said disappointedly. Well, this is the best I can do, the parrot replied. No, you need to practice first. Practice makes perfect, said Tigo, trying to sound wise. Practice what? Asked Pico, confused. To roar, of course, said Tigo. Then Pico started to mimic a leopard. Ha! That's not it either, Tigo said, scratching his head. Pico thought for a moment. How about a tiger swallow, he said, and he flew in circles around Tigo, flapping his wings really hard. Swallow, he said. Tigo laughed. That's enough, Pico. Thanks for helping, but you can't teach me to roar. My roar must come from inside, he said. "Oh, well, if that's the case, I wish you luck, little tiger," said Pico, waving with his wing. Tigo continued walking until he met a lizard named Lena. She was basking on a rock. "Excuse me," said Tigo. "Do you know how to roar?" "What?" asked Lena, opening one eye. "Can you teach me to roar?" "Oh, a tiger who can't roar," Lena said, chuckling. "That's funny. What's funny?" asked Tigo. "You're funny," said Lena. "Why am I funny?" "Because you're trying to roar but can't." "Heh heh heh," Lena said. "But I need to roar. It's important," Tigo explained. "Oh, I know what you need," Lena said suddenly. "I know what you need. You need to feel the power in your heart. Only then will you be able to roar like a tiger," she said mysteriously. With that, Lena slithered away. Tigo thought about what the lizard had said. "The power in my heart," he whispered. "That must be it. I have to find the power in my heart. Then I'll find my roar," he said confidently. Tigo kept walking and soon it started to get dark. Big raindrops splattered on his face and the wind blew strongly through the trees. Soon the whole jungle was covered in darkness and lightning flashed across the sky. Suddenly, a big tree fell down right in front of Tigo. He wanted to jump over it, but it was too thick. He turned around, but there was a deep hole there too. Tigo looked around to see if any animals needed help, but everything was dark and stormy. So he curled up beside the tree and closed his eyes. "I hope the storm will pass quickly," he whispered. Then he heard some whimpering. "Help me!" a small voice cried. "Who's there?" asked Tigo. "It's me. I'm stuck under these branches," said the voice. Tigo looked around to see where the voice was coming from. He found a little fawn. She was only a few months old, and she was trapped under some branches. "Don't worry, little dear, I'll help you," said Tigo. He pushed against the log with all his might, but it didn't budge. He pushed again, but still nothing. Tigo took a deep breath, trying to calm himself. He remembered what Ellie had told him, and he took another deep breath. He closed his eyes, sniffed a flower, and breathed out slowly. "If I use my power, I can help her," he thought. He stood tall, looked at the logs, and gave a mighty push. "Roar!" he roared. The logs shook, then cracked and rolled away. The little deer was free. "Thank you, Mr. Tiger," she cried. "You're welcome, little dear," Tigo replied. "Go home now." And as she ran away, he felt a warmth spread through his chest. Word spread through the trees and rivers that Tigo had found his roar. Soon all the animals were gathered around him. "Did you hear? Did you hear?" the monkeys chattered. "He roared like a real tiger, like a big bad tiger," they said. "I did not roar to be a big bad tiger," said Tigo. "I roared to help the little deer." "Well, that's even better," said Polly the parrot. "You used your roar to help someone in need. That makes you a real hero, Tigo." The animals all cheered and clapped for Tigo. Even the old lion, whose roar was the loudest in the jungle, said, "You are a real tiger now, not because of your roar, but because of your heart." And Tigo knew the old lion was right. The end. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more amazing stories.